welcome back to the Rochester Local Podcast. My name is Becky Monpetit. I'm the owner of Rochester Local, and today we're here with Will Ruffin.
Hello.
Hi, Will.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you fit in my chair that I had for you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you here. So, before we get into the lovely questions I have for you, I do have to thank our sponsor, First Alliance Credit Union, for sponsoring this podcast, and my good friend, Nicole Pearson, who designed the set that is behind us. So thank you to both of you for sponsoring our podcast. But I am now going to jump in with Will. Will, we've known each other for a long time. Mm-hmm. Probably, I would say, like going back 15, maybe even more years. 15, 20
least.
Years, maybe?
Yeah, around
at
there.
the Rochester Athletic Club, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What was it that you did there?
I worked in the neighborhood.
That's right. Was that your only position, though, at the
Yeah, it was. I got paid to play with kids all day.
I love it. Was it before it was the grand thing that it is now?
It was before.
Yeah, in the junior gym, right?
Yeah.
In like the little tucked away gym that's in the back. Mm-hmm. What is it, like northwest corner of the club, underneath the kids club? Mm-hmm. I worked there too, and I think that's how we initially knew each other. You and Heather would come in, and so it's kind of been fun to watch everything that you're doing. And now your position is Executive Director of Equity and Engagement.
That is correct, yeah.
At Rochester Public Schools.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, the title has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be Executive Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Mm-hmm. And as I got to know Dr. Paquel and he got to know me a little bit more, he didn't think the title quite fit me.
Gotcha.
So I liked that he was paying attention to me and what I cared about and the things that I like to advocate for, which were equity and student engagement and parent engagement, family engagement. So the title changed.
So the title changed to what you were already doing, as opposed to the title changing and then you having to change what you do, which I think is really forward thinking and extremely reflective. So what does a day look like for you?
Oh, that depends.
Well, okay, pick a day. Pick a day. What could a day look like for you?
A day could look like responding to emails from parents who have different concerns about what's going on in the district. It could be visiting different classrooms. Yeah. It could be reading to a classroom. Yeah. It could be hosting a student school board session where our high school students come down to the Edison building and we talk about things that's going on in the high schools and how we could possibly solve them. It could be going on a field trip to Mayo Clinic to introduce some of our students to careers that are outside of being a nurse or a doctor. Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
You are all over the place. There's no real it's 8 a.m. I'm going to sit down at my desk and then at noon I'm going to do this and 2 I'm going to do this. Kind of keeps you on your toes a little bit,
It's one of my favorite things that each day can be different.
Yeah. And do some of your days get thrown total curveballs too, I would imagine?
Absolutely.
Do you like that?
I don't mind it at all. Yeah. I go with it.
Yeah, you got to go with the flow, right? Resiliency. Isn't that what we teach our kids?
That's right.
So you've lived in Rochester for how long?
I don't know, at least 20.
Yeah, right. Exactly. At least 20. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your family?
Sure. My wife, Heather, we have 4 boys. Our oldest is Trey, he's 15. He's at John Marshall. He loves playing football and basketball and the drums, so he's in the band. Just had a band concert last night.
This kid is me. Yeah. I was in the band at John Marshall, too.
Did you also play safety?
I could. But I could name you all the people that did play safety.
There you go.
No, I was singing to Will before we started the podcast. I can still sing you word for word the John Marshall High School fight song.
Let's hear it.
Go, you Rockets, go, go, go for good. I can do the whole thing. But I could. Fellow John Marshall people, please vouch. I bet you can still sing the fight song, or at least some of you can. So,
sure,
right?
We also have Kobe.
Yep.
Kobe's 12 and into soccer and also taking up percussion like his big brother. Mm-hmm. We have Manny, who's 10.
Yeah, Manny.
And Manny is quite the athlete, very athletic. Mm-hmm. Basketball, football, you name it, he can do it. Yeah. And then Eli, of course, he's the Mr. Personality, we call him. He's 8, and he's into soccer and basketball right now.
Oh, that's super cool. So you are go with all the sports.
Yeah, the younger three are at Lincoln, so I have to say that too.
Lincoln, got you. Yep. Okay, well, big changes coming around the bend, but we are going to talk about what we like to do on the Rochester Local Podcast, and just for those that are tuning in maybe for the first time, is as opposed to talking about what you do as your career, as your job, right? A lot of times conversations will define, they're kind of, what do you do? For Rochester Local Podcast, we're trying to take a different angle, and how do you live? Uh-oh. How do you live in Rochester? Because I think it can kind of get to some really interesting facets of people who would be considered a local, which my definition is anyone who lives here is a local. So, are you ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
All right. Some of them are hard. Are you ready for hard questions?
Yep.
All right. What makes you good at your job?
Oh, man, I think you have to ask the people that I work with.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh.
Actually, I have already asked them. A lot of them have been on my podcast.
And what do they say?
I don't ask them about you. They tell me what makes their jobs hard or what makes them good at their job.
Oh, you've asked them the same question. Got it.
I have.
I think what makes me good is I'm a person who listens to people, and I try to be responsive to their needs.
Yep.
I think I'm good at making decisions for the greater good of the people. I think I'm good at being approachable.
Yeah.
Right? Someone that people feel comfortable talking to, even if it's just an idea about the district or a concern that they have. I think I'm also good at giving people hope that things could actually change and be better for the future.
I love that.
That's probably the thing that I'm most proud about.
I love that answer, and it's not something that I've heard before. Where do you think, or how do you think that you acquired that in your day-to-day? Like, how do you see someone and inspire hope in that person?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it starts from my parents, honestly. They always were like, look on the brighter side type people. Your situation could always be worse. There's always someone in a worse situation than yourself. But then also, I was the oldest out of, my cousins and everything like that. So I felt like I had to be the example for people. And if I started to go towards a negative route, then maybe they would too. So I had to always try to stay on the positive side of things, hoping that they would also. So
that's a lot of pressure though too, isn't it?
A little bit.
You still in contact with a lot of these people?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
We have a family group chat that blows up all the time.
Hopefully in good ways.
Yeah, absolutely. With me being out here and everyone else being in either Texas or California, we have to keep in touch with each other.
Absolutely. So. That's super cool, though. I love that answer, that you can inspire hope in people. All right. What is something that you find really interesting about Rochester?
Ooh. My favorite thing about Rochester is its potential.
I like that.
It's really a place to where I think it can grow in either direction.
Yeah.
Right now, we have Destination Medical Center, which has been the big talk of things, right? But we also see different types of restaurants starting to pop up too, and they haven't been your traditional restaurant. Right?
Yeah.
You have your Thai pop, and then you have
Bebop.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet, but that's on the list.
Oh, it's so good.
The 507 Public House, right? So that's something that's different that you can't see in another town.
Sure.
So I like how Rochester has this potential for adapting to the people that live here and then growing forward. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that what I love about Rochester that's adjacent to what you were saying is we're not about to lose our character as we grow. We're not a major metropolitan area. So like you think about a suburb or something like that, they don't necessarily have a downtown, and they don't have, a defined, maybe not as much of a defined community voice as much when you get to those outer ring suburbs. But with Rochester, it's not a metro area. And so we've just got this character that we're trying to bring forward, and it's always changing and adapting, but definitely reflecting so much excitement, especially in like the arts and the music and oh my gosh, the restaurants. Have you been to Our Palette R?
No, I have not yet. I don't really get out much.
Make a reservation.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You will love it. Same thing with all the ones that you just mentioned. But
All right.
what's the worst advice you have ever received?
The worst advice?
The worst advice.
Oh, my goodness. I might have to think about that one.
You want me to come back to it?
Yeah. Let's come back to that one.
Okay. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, I am a person who only sings alone.
Never with another person.
Oh, no.
Never like in the shower if someone could hear you.
Well, in the shower because I'm alone.
But other people can hear you.
I don't know. You don't want to hear this voice, so I keep it to myself.
Oh no.
Yeah. I have many other gifts, but singing was not one of them.
It's all right. Would going to a karaoke bar be something that you would enjoy?
I would enjoy watching other people get up there and have fun, and I will clap and cheer other people on, but I'm not going on stage.
Okay, no problem. You are at a karaoke bar of one.
Yep.
It is a private studio.
Yep.
What are you going to sing?
Ooh. Probably something by Marvin Gaye or The Temptations, something like that.
Classic.
Yeah.
Just something singable and that can get you in a good mood. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, soulful.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay. So, see, we got that answer. We got it right out. What's a random or eccentric fact about yourself? The more bizarre, the better.
I don't think it's really bizarre, but I don't think people know that I am an introvert.
People don't think that Say more.
Well, I'm always around people, in front of people. I'm always speaking, and I think because I'm decent at it, people think it comes naturally. But I do not really get re-energized and charged by being around people. I need to be alone. I really adore my alone time and being alone.
Hence the singing on your own,
there you
right?
go.
You're going to build this private karaoke studio.
I get really nervous when I'm in a big room with people. Yeah.
Hey, man, you have really learned to play that off cool, though.
I'm trying, right?
Well, yeah, I think it's important that you know that, though. So you just schedule in a lot of not downtime, alone time. When you're on your own, what recharges you the most then?
Music.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
So just turning on some music, having a good beverage.
Yeah?
That'll recharge me pretty quickly.
Nice. Does it have to be a lot of alone time or just some?
Depends on the day.
Yeah, I suppose.
It depends on the size of the glass of the drink, too.
I like that. That's good. Okay, fill in the blank. Rochester needs a
soul food restaurant.
Wow, you are right.
Mm-hmm. I think we have a couple people who are doing some things, but if we had a restaurant where people can go to and just enjoy that food with some good music in the background.
Okay, what's on the menu? Are you listening, anyone?
Not to be stereotypical, but you have to have some good fried chicken on there. I have friends, even myself, we would drive to Minneapolis to look for some good chicken.
Really?
Right? So we shouldn't have to do that.
No, agreed.
You
don't need to do that.
You have to have some good macaroni and cheese that has to be on there.
Uh-huh.
Some good yams. Yams are on there.
Yams, okay.
Greens.
Mm-hmm.
Cornbread.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, my mouth is watering. Yeah. I know there are some places that do these things that really, really well in the cities. But no, we don't need to drive for that, right?
It's coming. So if anyone out there, maybe we can support someone locally and help them open up a business here.
Call Will.
Right.
You'll be the hype guy.
Let's make it happen.
Right? You'll be the hype guy for that place.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Rochester needs a good soul food. Okay. You have out-of-town visitors. Where is one place you will absolutely take them besides the non-existent soul food restaurant?
Out-of-town visitors. If anyone is visiting us, they will have to go to our kids' activities. So sports.
Sports.
The kids are in a lot of sports, a lot of band concerts.
Yeah.
Because our life revolves around our kids right now.
Absolutely. It's the season,
we're dragging
right?
them with us.
Okay, sports aside, though. One place. You're like, oh, you're coming here. Oh, we have to take you here no matter what.
Ooh. Sports aside? You mean not with my kids?
Yeah, or they can come with you. Restaurant, store, park, place, entertainment, location.
Let's try. I would take my father if he was here. I would take him to Chip Shots.
Yes.
And I say that because he golfs all the time.
Yeah.
So while he's doing the golf simulator, the kids can be doing the other video game stuff.
Sure.
And and I could sit back and just watch everyone be happy.
I love Chip Shots because of the very thing that you just mentioned. It has something for literally everyone. And lots of people in various ages can go and have a good time. And pickleball. Have you gotten on the pickleball craze yet?
I'm not crazed about it, but I've played before, yeah.
Do you know, back in the day at John Marshall High School, pickleball was in the PE curriculum.
Really?
Yes. Anybody, please write me, text me, whatever, and confirm this. But we had to learn pickleball in PE in Rochester Public Schools in high school.
I know that. All right. Learn something new every day.
And everybody was like, what is pickleball? But here we are.
So you're a pro.
Oh, yeah, right. Real pro. Just like I'm a real pro. No. Absolutely not. Me and sports don't go together.
That's all right.
I did try to play tennis once. That didn't go over so well either.
Okay.
All right, so Chip Shots. Check plus. We like that. What's the last photo you took on your phone that you care to share?
Do I have to show it?
No, you don't have to show it. You can just tell me about it.
Oh, let's see. Last photo is of a pool that I was just at. Last week I was in Texas.
Yeah?
So I took pictures of the pool in the jacuzzi area. I thought it was nice. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we need a couple more pools to take photos of in Rochester.
Yeah, I mean, it was outdoors. It was 70 degrees. So just wanted to make a few people jealous.
I like that. Making them jealous.
And I never got in. So.
Had to needle it a little bit. Look where I am, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're going to travel, you might as well. What are 3 things you love?
Can I use alone time? I already said that.
Nope. You can't use it.
Positivity.
You love positivity.
I do.
Yeah.
I need positive energy around me.
Yeah.
I can't be around negative energy, negative people. I can't do it.
Get it out.
Yeah, just...
Or negative on purpose, right? Like if there's something going on in someone's life, right? That's different.
Yeah.
That's different
you can work through that.
Than someone who is just perpetually
all the time
gonna bring you down.
Keep that away from me.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Something else I love. Can I say a good old fashioned? Is that okay?
Yes. In this house,
judged.
in this house, that is the drink of choice.
All right.
I make a mean old fashioned, not as good as Corbin Holben down at Blue Duck.
Okay.
But an old fashioned is
I'll have to try it out sometime.
classic.
The third thing that I would love, positively, a good drink, and I like live music.
Yeah.
Live music, I'd say.
Yeah. You were at a couple of concerts this summer, weren't you?
Yeah. We hit Alicia Keys. Down in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And then a couple days later.
Yep. So 2 powerhouse.
Yeah.
Back-to-back concerts.
Yep.
Whoa. And weren't you real close for one of them? I can say these things because I'm friends with Heather.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, Alicia Keys, we were really close, 5th row. And she walked right by us at one point, and I had to restrain Heather from touching her. She really wanted to touch her.
And who doesn't?
But I really wanted to see the concert and not get kicked out.
And you didn't want to get kicked out.
Yeah.
Right?
But she literally, like, as close as you and I are.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So is it fair if I ask you which concert you liked better, enjoyed better?
I think it's fair. I enjoyed the Alicia Keys concert better.
Yeah. Different vibe?
It's a different vibe. Beyonce was a theatrical performance.
100%.
You know, there's glitter bombs going off and she's floating through the air and this like 100-foot silver horse, you know. That's all great, but Alicia Keys, she sat at the piano, she sang her song, she did her thing, you know, that's more my style.
So Beyonce's an experience, Alicia Keys is a concert, right? So it's not really even fair to ask, I suppose, but
they're two different
things, but
yeah.
Cool.
There's a couple of rap concerts. I did Nas, which is one of my favorite, Wu-Tang Clan.
What?
Killer Mike, yeah.
AJ, off camera, he likes Wu-Tang Clan.
There you go.
Yeah, I know.
They're doing a live residency in Vegas now, so you have to take a trip.
How cool would it be to see Wu-Tang Clan, though, in that sphere that they've got in Vegas? I don't have a lot of desire to go to Vegas. However,
It's
that
pretty sweet.
sphere. Have you been?
I have not, but I've seen it. It's pretty sweet.
I saw, who is it? Am I gonna get this wrong? No, U2 only had like a very short residency, right? Like I think they're through February.
Okay,
I don't know. I love U2 though, so I would see them there. Oh, live music, good answers. Okay, what are two things your friends would say about you?
Oh boy.
No, you can't use anything that you said. You can't. I am positive. I like an old fashioned.
No,
it has to be something different.
My friends will say about me?
Yeah.
I would hope they would say if they call me, I'll be there. So if they need something,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Favor,
So you're there.
a ride, advice.
Yep. You're the guy.
money, whatever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one.
I hope they would say I'm a decent person.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. I hope they'd say that.
You're being very humble right now. It's hard to talk about yourself though, but you're being very humble.
I hope they'd say I'm nice and dependable.
I hope they'd say I'm nice. Yeah, I think check plus, right? I think they'd say those things.
Thank you.
Best Rochester burger.
I don't eat burgers anymore. I stopped. I know.
Name a food you love and who does it the best.
Oh man. Chicken
Taco.
wings. I do like tacos. Oh man, what's the place down by Mayo High School?
Oh, El Carambas.
Eddie's the owner, El Carambas.
You like El
Excuse me,
Carambas?
Eddie, for forgetting, but El Carambas, I do like their
Carambas
tacos.
is great.
Yeah.
I'm going on record. Best aguas frescas in town. Love them.
All right.
Ooh, La Michoacana Prepachado has some very good ones as well.
Okay.
But I think that the aguas frescas at El Carambas were just like some of the best early on. Oh, I love them.
All right.
Yeah, El Carambas. I like that answer. Best tacos. There you go.
Yep.
All right, so throwing best burger out the window. Best Rochester adventure you've been on, or a Rochester adventure.
You got me digging down deep here.
I know. Or a good day that you had, we did these great things.
Can I say something that I planned? An adventure that I planned?
Yes, you can.
So I do not remember which anniversary it was, but it was one of our anniversaries. Heather and I got married at the Plummer House.
Yeah.
So I had arranged for all of her friends to have different clues, and she had to go around the city to find all these people to get the question from them, and then she had to figure out the answer, and that answer led her to a different set of friends, and then a different set of friends, different set of friends. Long story short, by the time she got the clue that led her back to the Plummer House, the boys and I were down there waiting for her, and we had a little picnic down there. It was like coming back to where we got married.
I love that. Was it a special occasion or just because?
I think it was our anniversary, yeah.
Yep. Oh, did she cry?
I don't remember.
I'll ask her.
Yeah. Just trying to think outside the box
really
besides
special.
flowers and dinner, you know?
Oh, that's really special. I like that. So she went all over the city and had people?
Yeah. That was kind of funny.
How long ago was that?
I don't know. Maybe...
All 4 boys were there?
Two.
You. 2 of them.
So
it was a while back.
At least 10 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my favorite adventure.
You know, you'll probably have to plan something else like that now that you brought it up again.
We're coming close to 20, so we'll see.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Yep.
AJ and I are celebrating 13 in December.
There you go.
I know, exactly. It's date night. Where are you going?
Wherever she tells me. I think Dakota Jazz Lounge, so we'll
sure.
take a drive and
you're headed out of town.
Yeah.
You're going up to the cities.
Yeah.
Cool.
Here's some good music.
Dakota Jazz Lounge. That's a good place. I saw dueling pianos there once. So not even jazz. Does that make sense? Or maybe that wasn't right. Maybe that was.
I saw Brian McKnight there before. That was really good.
Ooh, that's good. Anywhere locally that you'd stay for dinner? Or go to a movie or...
Chester's. We like Chester's.
Yeah, Chester's.
Pretty good food there.
Chester's back in the day had a drink that was pretty well known. Maybe you remember it. 2000, I feel like its heyday was 2008. It was the Stoli Doli. Do you remember this?
I do not.
Just literally Stolichnia in a giant thing on the bar, and it just was pineapple rings.
All right.
In it. So it was just like vodka marinated in pineapples. Stoli Doli. It was, I think it won Best Drink a couple years.
Sounds fun.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember about Chester's. All right. What would your warning label be? Warning, Will Ruffin. What is it going to be?
Proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution? Why would people have to be cautious, though?
I think, I'm approaching them or they're approaching me?
They're approaching you.
They're approaching me. Proceed with caution. I would say just be careful how you approach people in general.
Yeah.
Right? Because you never know the type of day someone's having.
Right.
So, approach carefully, approach with care, and approach with compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Warning. Be nice.
Yeah. Hashtag be nice.
Right? Mm-hmm. Hashtag no negative energy.
Yeah. Proceed with caution. You don't know what that person's going through.
That's true. I love that. All right. You're going to a movie and you have room to sneak in 3 snacks. What are they?
We have 4 boys. We don't go to movies.
Come on.
3 snacks. It's got to be something sour candy. I really like sour candy.
Sour Patch? Trolley?
Yeah, I can do those. Sour Punch, any of those. Maybe like some red vines.
Red vines. Are you going to bite off the end on each red vine and then use it as a straw for your Coke?
No, I just do the typewriter thing. Take it all down. All right, one more, sneaking in.
Yeah.
They sell everything now.
What do you like? No, so what's your favorite snack?
Yeah, I told you sour candy is
what you've got. Okay, you've got 3 choices though.
Yeah.
Sour candy, red vines.
Lemon heads. I do like lemon heads too. Yeah. I like lemon heads.
You're just gonna sit in a movie theater and just be like, That's crazy.
Yeah, that's me.
No chocolate. Nothing salty.
I'm enough chocolate. I'm chocolate enough. Give me the sour stuff.
I was gonna say for this nice guy, you're like, give me all the sour stuff you can.
Gotta balance it out, right?
That's why you're so nice. All the sour stuff just soaks up all the ick, right?
I'll take that.
I am dying. I have never heard anyone say a movie snacks. Just a box of lemon heads.
Yep. That's all I need.
Oh man, my eyes would just water. I wouldn't even be able to watch the show. That's crazy. Good for you. I mean, it takes all kinds, right?
That's right.
Right? It takes all kinds. We're back to the beginning, but don't you think that I forgot that one question?
Oh, man. What was it again?
What's the worst advice you've ever received?
Can I say hit send?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I may have sent an email or two that I probably should have
not
thought about a little more closely.
Do you ever do the trick where you're just like, something happens and you just pound it out in your notes app?
No.
I do.
No, I don't.
I pound it out in my notes app and then I'll sleep on it. I always am like, rule of thumb. Your emotions go from here to here or here to here. Sleep on it.
I tried the sleep on it thing, and I think now I try saying it out loud. I think it lands differently when you say it versus when it's just in your head.
It's true.
Say it out loud, it's different.
That's true. That's really good advice, too. I like that a lot. Yeah, I will just... Because I think a lot of times we say things in our emotions, right? I'm real guilty of that.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's the truth.
It is.
But it might land differently.
It's true. And when you're not as like dysregulated, you can say it differently. Therefore, it would land differently. It's like a whole trajectory of a conversation could change.
That's right.
Right? All right. Before we get on into some like cool Rochester history, is there anything else that you want to share? About you, about life, about Rochester?
I'm a pretty private person.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I
don't go out much. I keep to myself quite a bit.
True.
Yeah.
But your work has you interacting with all kinds of people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it does.
And that's a rewarding scenario, I would imagine.
It's extremely rewarding.
Yeah. Well, I know for me, having you in this role is... It's incredible. It's I think that you are an incredible strength, asset, gift to the district. So thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you.
And just representation and representing so many of our students who just need that positive influence in their life. So I think that that's definitely like a key characteristic of you since I've known you, is just this calming. What does it look like when Will Ruffin's riled up?
Like I said before, proceed with caution.
Right. Throwing things.
I try not to let that happen too often. So.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever think of a time where I've not seen you just totally chill.
Yeah.
That's so important. That's why everybody just Will Ruffin.
That's why it's music. I crank the music up
exactly.
And get all the emotions out.
All right, one thing that we do. I know. You're a basketball guy.
Yeah.
You like basketball.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you some history. This is from Olmsted County.
Okay.
Selected stories of local history published by the Olmsted County Historical Society in 1963. I love this. This is
63.
This is hilarious, but it's history then. So they're writing it. It's like history. Basketball champs of 1917. On April 2nd, 1917, Woodrow Wilson went before Congress to ask for the declaration of war against Germany. With his words, "The world must be made safe for democracy." A new page in history was written. However, just a week before, on the 24th of March, a handful of boys from Rochester, Minnesota, were busy writing another kind of history. I love this writing. This is just real, like, tying it all in a gymnasium on the campus of Carleton College in Northfield. These boys accomplished a feat which has eluded Rochester ever since. Written in 1963. The team of 1917 had won the state high school basketball championship.
Wow.
Defeating Mountain Lake High School, which is this tiny little town now over in like western Minnesota, probably like 3,000 people, by the tremendous score of 19-8.
Tremendous, huh? All right.
Rochester brought home a victory which obviously portended, I don't even know this, portended more permanency than did the one brought home in 1918 by Pershing. Wow. I mean, then it rounds out. It has been a long time since 1917. We have managed to have several wars in those 43 years, yes. But the state basketball championship seems to elude us. Rochester has come close several times, but the boys of 1917 still remain the champs.
Go Rochester.
I mean, a lot to dig through there. First of all, 1917, a long time, over 100 years ago. Do you know of any Rochester team in recent history that has won the state basketball championship?
I do not.
Neither do I.
All right.
But
you had me for a second. Like, what did I miss?
A tremendous score of 19-8.
Yeah.
How much has the game changed now?
Oh, completely.
I mean, like, what would a game be? Think about, like, the shoes that they were wearing and, like, what would you think has advanced the sport so much that a score is now 19-8? Because you go back in football and the scores are pretty reasonable. It's like 23-7 or whatever.
Yeah.
But like 19-8, and that was a tremendous score.
In high school, I mean, you can get in the 60s, 70s, 80s now for scores. Mm-hmm.
What do you think? We're advance of sports? It cannot possibly just be shoes alone.
It's not the shoes alone. I think people are better at practicing.
True.
We have more skilled coaches that know how to develop their players.
It's
true. A lot differently than what was happening in 1917, I'm sure.
Right. And I'm sure that, after school sports weren't what they look like now, or extracurriculars or whatever. And
plenty of opportunities for people to play basketball now.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. I just think 19-8, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Will, thanks for being on the Rochester Local Podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a delight having you here. And for those watching or listening at home, you can listen to more episodes at rochesterlocal.com/podcast and stream on Apple and Spotify. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.